Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. Today we're going to take a look at the Product Enterprise Space 1999 Eagle Transporter, released in 2003. Now obviously people who watch this channel know that I'm a big fan of the Eagle, and I've restored one previously in some of my other videos, so go and check those out. And today we're going to take a look at this rather lovely die-cast version of the Eagle, which is a sort of modern version of the dinky Eagle from 1974. This was produced in 2003 by Product Enterprise, as you can see here, and these were a pretty short-lived run of vehicles that they produced. If you didn't get them at the time, they are now super expensive to buy. I think at the time they were sort of between £30 and £40 per vehicle. Now you'll be lucky to pick up a boxed one for under £100. They are really sought after by collectors, as they are lovely toys. As you can see here, I have a boxed version of the Eagle Transporter. I have to say, I think the boxes are pretty ugly. They really don't do the vehicle justice. There's so much plastic in the way, it's very hard to see what's in the box. And the actual artwork on the box is just pretty run-of-the-mill. It just says on the front Product Enterprise, but also Carlton TV, which is the company that has the license for Space 1999 at the time. And on the back of the box, it's got a fairly rough drawing of Moonbase Alpha with a little bit of a sort of breakdown of what happens at the start of Space 1999 and some information on some other toys. But really, I do think the boxes actually let this toy down a lot. They look a lot better once you open them up. So let's open up this box and we'll take a look at the toy inside. And so here we have the Eagle out of the box, and as you can see straight away, it is a truly lovely model. It's really detailed. There's lots of fine detailing and all of the panelling and all of the pipe work and stuff, even inside the sort of the grilled section here. It is just amazing. Really nice amount of sort of paint detailing as well, just general sort of little bits of patterning and weathering all over the place. To me, this is what the original Dinky should have looked like. It just I don't know, it's such a nice vehicle. I think Dinky always did it down a little bit in their toy version. This just looks great. This is quite a weighty vehicle. It's bits of it are made out of die-cast metal. You can feel the front sections are pretty sturdy. The main sort of ribbed bit and the back part is made out of plastic, as are the rear jets, and also all of the bits of landing gear are made out of plastic, but all the sort of the main parts are die-cast metal. It does have a detachable mid-section like the original Dinky toy. It's not quite as cool as the original Dinky one, where there was a button on the back that you could press and you would drop the transport section down. This is a little bit more cumbersome. There are two catches front and back, and you have to push those together and the centre section drops out. So it's not quite as sort of easy to use as the original toy, but it's still you know, pretty good. And this mid section, it's a shame, I would say, that the sort of window bits and panelling are actually just sort of painted on. It would have been much nicer if these were made out of a different bit of plastic, or even some clear plastic, and they could have put a little bit of detailing inside. But that's a minor niggle on my part. Putting the ship back together, again, because you can't just land the vehicle on it, it's a little bit more awkward. You actually have to turn the ship over, put it into place, and then click the two little sections out of the way, and it will then click back in place. Again, that to my mind, it's just a little bit too fiddly. It would have been nicer if it was still using the original sort of catch mechanism on the back, or something that meant that you could just drop the main part of the transporter down and this would just click into place automatically. That's a little bit of a shame. Also, the original Dinky model had it so that these landing gear were spring loaded, so that you could actually push them down. Obviously they've added a lot more detail to this model, as you can see here on the undercarriage, so the landing gear is solidly in place. So you know, some minor details that it would have been nice if they had bothered to do them, but I guess to get this extra bit of sort of landing gear detail in, they couldn't do it. So here we have a side-by-side comparison. This is the original Dinky Eagle Transporter, as you can see here, and then the Product Enterprise is one on the left. As you can see, it's actually a much bigger vehicle, much, well, it's probably about a third again as long, and that's obviously how they've managed to get the detailing in. Also, this was made in the 70s, and so toy design and well, manufacturing processes were a bit limited, but as you can see, it's still a pretty nice toy. Actually, if I move that one out of the way, you can compare it to the custom Dinky Eagle that I've previously showed you in my videos how to make. You can see my custom version actually looks a lot a lot more realistic than the original Dinky one. It actually matches this Product Enterprises one pretty nicely. So if you want to make your own one of these, check out some of my other videos and you can see how I went about and produced this. If you're a Space 1999 fan and you haven't already got one of these, then I would be very surprised because really it is a lovely toy. And they also produced a few other vehicles in the range, different versions of the Eagle with the various different pod sections and also additional elements that were attached to the back of the Eagle. So there are quite a few that you can go and collect. But as I mentioned in my intro to this video, these are pretty expensive these days. A boxed version of any of these Eagles will set you back at least £100 because they obviously didn't make enough of them at the time, and people really do want to add them to their collection. So if you've got one, you're lucky. If you want to get one, be prepared to stump up quite a bit of money to get them. But really, it is an absolutely lovely die-cast version of the Eagle, and it really does show every element of the ship as you saw it in the show, and it's just a lovely item. I really wish at the time I'd bought a few more of these, but I only have the one in my collection because really the Eagle Transporter is just my favourite ship design of all time. It just looks amazing. So I hope that's been of interest to you all, and thanks for watching.